Well, it was a good tour, but I guess I better cover this thing up. I think they're calling for rain. Might turn into snow here friggin' any day now. Okay, it's officially snowing out. I was not ready for snow yet. I'm not ready. Go away! Go away, snow. Frig sakes. Is it snowing outside? Oh my goodness. Are you serious? I'm using these rough cut timber 2x4, so they're a true 2" by true 4" timber cut, or rough cut. So I'm going to laminate these 2x4s together and basically turn them into 4x4s. One of the most recent things I did was I got some 8" blocks. I dug all four corners, put a big long 2x4 across them, measured them for level all the way across, corner to corner, front to back, side to side. I did level it up and square it up the first time when it was just sitting on 2x4s. And then I leveled and squared up the foundation blocks. So it should be good. I might check it again. Might go over it again since I moved it up on blocks. So I got all four corners sitting on there. I actually moved the building over 12 inches by myself and lifted it up onto there. And I just used leverage. Stick a board underneath and lift out here for leverage, and yeah, lift the whole thing by myself. I'm going to show you right now how I make my rafters. I've already cut a 22.5-degree angle on the far end here. So I'm going to have a 6" rise for every 12" run. And that's a 6/12 pitch, or 22.5 degree. So my measurement that I had earlier, 66 3/4, That's from the bottom of the top angle at the ridge board, or at the ridge beam. So I'm going to go from the bottom of the ridge beam to 66 3/4, and that's going to be where the bird's mouth is, at 66 3/4. Okay, so I made a mark right here at 66 3/4. I want a 1-inch rise on the bird's mouth, so I'm going to measure 1 inch square and 6-inch rise over 12-inch run. So I'll line up the 6 on the top of the square, of the framing square, and the 12 is over here, and I'll line it up right on the top of the framing square, both on the top, and I'll keep that angle and I slide it over until I find my mark right here, and so I'll have 1 inch of rise on my bird's mouth, and that's the intersection point right there. So I'm going to keep the 6/12 the same degree of angle, and I'm going to slide it way down here until I get my intersection at 6 and 12, and I'll mark there. So that right there is the bird's mouth. So I have a 22.5 degree angle up at the top, and a 6/12 bird's mouth where it lands on the building, on the walls. Okay, I'm going to test fit my rafter. This is only an 8-foot roof, and I don't have to go very high to test fit. Looks pretty good, so I'm going to use this for my template and make some more. Well, I think I'm done putting the rafters on, thank goodness. I have to go and screw down some of the ends, and yeah, Bob's your uncle, Sally's your sister. Well, I got all the rafters screwed down. What the frig? What is all this stuff? Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Good morning, Buster. What's all this white stuff? Did you order all this snow, buddy? What do you think about all this? Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it too. How you doing, buddy? You suntanning? Oh, big suntanners. I see a smile. Oh yeah, that's a nice smile. Well, she's a little bit cold this morning, but the sun's shining. I dusted some of the snow off, but not all of it. So I got pretty much the rafters are done, and I think all the purlins are done. So yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. Those stainless MBRP mufflers traded for this, and this is 6 sheets of steel, so that's awesome. Friggin' right, I'm happy to have that. So these are 13.5 feet long, and if I take these 6 and cut them in half, I'll have 12, and that should be enough to do the whole roof. And they even came with color matching screws too. So that's awesome. So big thanks to my friend for hooking me up with the steel. That's awesomer sprig, and it's gonna be nice. These are 3 feet wide. Even got a friggin' Horton's cup full of color matching screws. That's pretty fancy. Color matching. Oh yeah. Well, I got out the angle grinder death wheel, and I made a little incision, slight incision here. So now we have twice as many panels. So there was 6 panels, cut them down the middle, now there's 12. They are 81 inches long, so yeah, just over 6.5 feet long. Well, I started putting some sheets on, and I just put the ladder along the side. I didn't get up on the roof at all. I just stood on the ladder and reached over the side of the panel and put the screws in it. And then I moved down to the next one and put the ladder beside it, reach over the side, screw it down. So I didn't even have to get on the roof yet. Gonna have to put a ridge cap on there eventually, so I might have to get up there eventually. But yeah, she's coming along. Doing it all by myself, and it's getting pretty cold. Oh, that's a big furry fella right there. Still got 2 sheets left over there and 2 sheets left over here. I've been keeping them separate, so I've used one pile to do the one side and I used the other pile to do the other side, just for consistency. Starting to get rain on the lens, but yeah, not too bad. I need to do a ridge cap down the middle. Okay, now I'm doing the big sketchy overhangs. The building is actually covered, but I got to do one more sheet on all 4 corners for the overhangs. I'm doing a double overlap on these overhang sheets. So instead of 1 rib overlap, I'm doing 2 ribs. so that way they don't stick out too far. Well, she holds snow. It's been melting. It's melting off right now. But yeah, got a little bit of snow on the roof. I kind of wish it would melt, all of it. So I put a tarp on this wall for now just to keep some of the snow out.